Well, good morning. This is Jonathan Sanchez here in Mexico. Like always, we're going to be documenting a lot of the issues that we're going to be, everything that's been structuralized by these terrorists. We knew the Trump assassination that was being dictated, maneuvered, created, and obviously because we knew the situation that these circumstances that were created, curated by these alienations. We're talking about a lot of the implementations that were I mean, a lot of law breaking points, a lot of the factors that we were trying to create, and uh, not only here in Mexico, but because we knew situations with these administrations that unlawfully were extortionizing the entire circumstance. Uh, Once again, we're going to look at the situation as a whole and not just as a primitive action. Because we knew that these actions do have uh, such a counterweight to these administrations. We talk about impeachments, we talk about implementation with the bureaucracy within the agencies, we talk about implementations that shutdowns, discontinuations, defundings. We talk about implementations are taken by these types of substantial amount of evidence. And I think there is an implementations where these defamatory actions, defamation, slander, uh, obviously not having the evidence to create a situation or an argument, we knew that we are going to be suing. The lawsuits are on a premise of violations because we knew that they did violate privacy matters. Once we knew that those privacy matters were fully violated, we knew those circumstances uh, were a non protocol, meaning we knew that these federal agents that work for the DEA or the FBI and the DA, you're talking about a conjunction of issues that characterize these federal bureaus. And because we knew situations that were created, because now that violation of privacy not only distinguishes the reality in which they live by, meaning that they have no credibility, or how we put it, how we, how was it that I put it in a couple of months ago? They have no street credit because we knew situations that these circumstances were not tangible because we're looking at the issues that these structures were clashing every time. And this is why we knew that these issues were structuralized because we do have a potential power around the world. So everything that's been narrated, once again, Miranda rights, everything you say, do will be used against you. And we talk about the situations in lawful matter. We talk about implementations that were taken in Constitution. We talk about implementations with the production agencies and production law, NDAs, and once again, privacy, what's articulated, what's non-articulated, what article is a premise of issue, and what clauses creates a real argument. And these are the factors that we're going by. We're going in situations that we knew how these laws or non-law abiding individuals created situations that were not created equal. These premises were done in such actions that we knew that we were always working and non-stop work. And now that we knew that these lawsuits were violation of privacy, and then we're talking about implementation that these bureaus knew that situations that they were created. So at the end of the day, we knew that the implementations that were done is because we knew the amount of power that's still as a world power. We knew that demanding these bureaucracies to be defunded, shut down, or discontinued, because the discontinued never happened. The aspect of issues that training, weaponizing, recruiting, and obviously situation of creating was going to be the implementation that we've done. And this has been a continuous effect, not only within nations, but we're talking about implementation that breaks all barriers. And we're not just focusing on a single issue. We're talking about multiple issues, multiple clauses, multiple causes, multiple breaking points, and multiple actions that were taken within terroristical means. And this is why we knew those situations were so grievous because We've seen issues that factor into reality and non clashing as they're used to. Because now we knew the situations with the war activity has created that situations that are not vividly acceptable. And this is why we knew the situations are created, because we knew the circumstances were once again documented. We're talking about implementations that these world powers have not responded adequately, avoiding the issue, beating around the bush, hiding behind walls, creating a situation where the sovereignty are so conditioned, brainwashed, and syndromatized that it has created the situations that we've seen today. And we're not looking at implementations that dehumanize the issues, but we do have a situation that has been inhumane. And once again, this is why we look at the issues, because we knew the circumstances are going to be that liability, the situations of credibility. And once again, we know how they work. I studied them for such a long time that the premise of issues structuralize the factor that they're not credible. And this is the worry tipping point for them, that they don't have a sense of credibility. And yes, we already knew the assassination order came from Trump 2017. Uh, and go figure, we knew situations that 2018 saving the dreamers and the immigrants and saving an entire demographic from getting annihilated. Uh, we knew the situations that we lingered into a lot of the amplifications that were done. And once again, we're looking at the issues because we knew the circumstances where they curated the same aspect all over again. We knew a situation that deviated reality through the substantial amount of issues that are not being taken into a counter effect, meaning they're not assisting, they're not creating, they're not amplifying, they're not tackling, they're not, and all of this has been the explosive measure, because now we knew the situation that we haven't seen an implementation that is thorough. Uh, and we keep hitting the same notes. I mean, Gaza, Israel, Ukraine, Russia, the United States, Mexico. We're talking about implementations right now with Morocco and Spain. And we've seen those implementations that target a lot of these inhumane practices that were curated and is basically seen as a curated state and measure. And these are the situations that we're dealing with, and the situations that are getting the propaganda, the publicity, the actions. And because we knew a situation that these publicity stunts create a lot of non-strategic measure, because we knew a situation that is obscure, that we've seen these types of actions create or being entangled or be provoked. And these are the situations that we were actually conducting, because we knew that there are certain situations that could have been preventable. And these are the situations that are being non preventable.